Academy of Battles, Academy 19 quarter-final. This is the 5th take of the intro. I don't know why it's gone this bad. Shouts to Always On Point. We are in Manchester at Atman. If you're with us, make some noise! Get there eventually. Go on, Briggs. Fucking hell. On the right-hand side, representing Team Tox from Scotland. Show some love for Slester! And on the left-hand side, also representing Team Tox from Preston, we've got Bizzo! Bizzo won the coin flip and decided Slester's going to start round 1, so it's round 1 on Slester. Let's go.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's Aaron Bond. Sorry, Aaron. Which is actually pretty fitting, mate, because that's exactly what did to your messages to put you in this situation. This bitch is raging. Life needs some reevaluation because you're sat in the academy years past your actual graduation. Am I mistaken? This is Bizzo. I could have sworn they said that he's a star and you beat Tally. You clearly didn't leave your mark. So don't even start chatting about the views you've got, because those numbers don't matter when you have lost, and you do it lots. The fucking loser god with his stumble every round like he's doing shots. But watch. All the same lame excuses dropped. Like, I don't care if you're not hungry, cunt, just do your job. That's his excuse every time he chokes. And you still think he's your winner? Mate, of course you're never hungry. Your bars are pure filler. I mean, that's why battling me and pushing 30 isn't very clever, cunt. Because I'm about to show Biz he should have joined that 27 club. I've leveled up. Come on. I'm about to show Biz he should have joined that 27 club. I've leveled up. He never does, with no signs of improvement. They keep saying you're the best. I think it's time that you proved it. But I'll go through, Biz. That bull up in a china shop kind of job. So move, bitch. The title's not for guys whose hype is spiraled off. But this the Team Talk Civil War, right? Cool. Then I'm Cap and you're Stark at the end of their brawl, mate. Because you can keep fucking punching. I can do this all day.
Time, let's go. First man up.
Yo, we ready? Yeah. Yo, see, last time out, I won performance of the night. I thought it went all right, but it was nothing short of any sight we saw when Slester surprised and had us all left mesmerised. I mean, most of us here can rap, but you did magic in a battle. Sure, I said it right. You faced a guy called Visual right before you left him blind when you stole a win from under his nose and before his very eyes. I mean, you shouldn't still be here. Even your own teammates were left shot from that score. You won a battle by sticking to the rules, but in effect, we all know that you lost that war. I bet he's itching to set the record straight against me, but I don't know what you'd want that for, because even though you didn't miss your train today, you're still standing on the wrong platform. So I don't care if he has a point to prove. This boy will lose thinking today will give him closure. I mean, only fans admire me, so you're about to pay for this exposure. I read your name is Scottish slang for a mess. Well, you lived up to that in the previous round. Left the manager unimpressed when you faced a Visual and couldn't even see it out. Since you're a mess and the weakness here that put the whole team in doubt, now we're back at the academy, the rest of the squad want me to clean you out. I'm talking two-footed, the dude's rubbish, you move sluggish, so you, subbing with you, looking out of depth in this sport like cool running, so do something. I'm talking two-footed, the dude's rubbish, you move sluggish, so you subbing with you looking out of depth in this sport like cool running, so do something. Because as soon as they set the date, it's for me to prove you're second rated. You've stolen both your wins and been matched with an opponent you can't set the pace with, and now it's resonated that death's awaiting on some Heaven's Gate shit. You see what happens when you need to level up but can't make the steps? It's escalated, it's escalated, so from a brain's perspective, I surpass whatever's stored in heads. It's funny how your W from the zombie shack has initially left you walking dead. See, you're up here living a lie. I don't want to hear any complaints if I go over the limits defined, meaning if he shows any signs, I'm going past the 90, I'm taking this one into injury time. So if it's your dream to be crowned Academy champ, think different if you're hoping to win, because Slester, more like Jester, we all know you'd be a joke for a king. Time.
Let's go! Milky Bizzo fired.
When this cunt got announced for the academy, it was like no one had a clue or idea to stop him. Till I came out the blue like IKEA shopping. So he's a problem. But you lads think I'm not that? Well, this underdog will leave him like Anthony Joshua. But man, he's a monster. Really? He never is. Plus he raps so sad it's like he's chatting to a therapist. Like, will you please cheer the fuck up, you cretin? At least do an impression of someone more interesting. Because you may be the least interesting person that I have ever met from... Where's he from again? Preston. Oh, Preston. You know what? That's not his fault, bless him. So on the way here I was in Preston for 10 seconds and I left with depression. But in all seriousness, mate, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to stay. I mean, Bond doesn't want to be here. Daniel Craig. But fuck the jokes. It's about time that I say I'll get your noggin rocked. Aftermath will be like 96. You'll have to call the doc, but he's a big lad. So I'll hit him with the body shots, keys sticking out, so you know I fucking got it locked. And will I stop there? Will I? Fuck no way, bro. I'll fuck up your whole family biz just like Fredo. So away you go. Spit some drawn out scheme about how you go hard and you're deadly. And I'll make sure to send you a fucking postcard from the Saints.
Let's go, second round of Bizzo.
Yo. See, I wasn't close to my best in the last 16. But I've still got this rookie poised to be redundant. I bet he was hoping the absence from the ring would destroy me because I've rusted. But this is like a US prom night, Sless. Because while the geek's finally fitting in and his joy is in abundance, I'm the one that's been secretly adding poison to the punches. Wow. I'm sick of all the same angles they use. I'm sick of all the same angles they use. Choking and stumbling, thinking that you're hitting a nerve. The fact is I was winning all my past battles before you saw me slip in the third. So fuck the past CV that I have. I'm in a new line of different work, a bit like Chris Benoit, because now I'll be known for killing when I only used to cripple them first. I mean, you really think I'd enter this just to go through the same shit again? Get beat to another no name because I didn't learn what I'd script to be said? I'd get home from a loss and go straight back out, sending drinks on my head. I was like Conor McGregor. Those chokes made me turn to the whiskey instead. But now you fucked up. But now you.
Say that again. Say that again. Bring that back.
I was like Conor McGregor. Those chokes made me turn to the whiskey instead. But now you fucked up because I've booked up, Sless. So if I don't win this match run and I'm swinging bats, it ain't a good luck if you touch wood, Sless. If your name really does mean mess, I'm making this performance my neatest one. And if Bizzo stumbles or chokes, well, I guess I've no choice but to be leaving one. You should be pissed with the staff, bro. All this Apex shit, they really played you with the venue, treating you like you've weeks to live on cancer because it's a stage you'll never get to. You're playing with fire, kid. You're playing with fire, kid. Make sure you have help if your mates are with you. They'll need to be on hand to assist the burns like Waylon Smithers, so move back. An asset to this team, you need to prove that. To battle me's like the Spanish league. I'm leaving you red and blue champion. If Slessy's acting messy, well then... Jesus. To battle me's like the Spanish league. I'm leaving you red and blue champ. And if Slessy's acting messy, well then Barcelona use will send him to a new camp. I mean, that's the difference. That's the difference between us. So let me explain if you're wondering how. The staff only think you have potential. They've seen mine in a number of rounds. You're on a trial here hoping a club can be found. I've got the staff making sure that I'm knuckling down. You're in the academy not to fuck this up. I've been sent back here till I stop fucking round. It's ironic. It's ironic. It's ironic. It's ironic cleaning up this mess to me feels like a massive chore. You're trying to fill shoes that already have been worn to become a hit like Macklemore. You've shown no progression. Oh my God. You've shown no progression. You've shown no progression. It's the same scene reenacted whenever this man performs. Slester's more like Oliver Twist, the way you act so poor, yet come back and ask for more. There's no level you can reach to beat me, even if it was thousands, you bet. Yeah, I've had some chokes, but this quarter-final for you's about to be around to forget.
Final round of Slester, let's go!
Briggs said he might bring back the clock in the corner for this round. Let's go. Do it, please. Mainly so I don't have to listen to another one of his stupid schemes. I mean, say what you like about my lines, but they're 2 bars, 4 bars, length and a bounce. You don't score marks on the scorecards for stretching them out. You don't get it by now? You can't tell when you've said something wrong or just dumb? Go and watch your heretic battle when you tell them that you're raw with your tongue. Raw with your tongue. I mean, is that why the Preston scene hasn't hit the proper heights? When you just get up on the stage, you just lick the fucking mic? I mean, that's the problem with this filler shit. It means nothing. He's just a syllable fiend hunting for a fix and then he's buzzing. Please someone tell me when we started not to need substance. But he's not just shit. It's against Kid Verbal, you said. I'll beat Kid down to a peak mess with my feet weapons. Feet weapons. Feet weapons. Do you mean shoes, mate? Do you... Beat Kid down to a peak mess with my feet weapons. Do you mean shoes, mate? Or have you modified your Nikes with some duct tape and a huge blade? Are you confused, mate? Or did you just write it out of habit? Just because your last name's Bond doesn't mean you get his gadgets, you daft prick. And against Kid Verbal, you said. Doesn't mean you get his gadgets, you daft prick, but no. I think I've seen this dickhead before. Kingsman, part 1, he's the chick whose legs are swords. And in your battle with... Nah. I mean, there's plenty more examples I could talk about, of course, but the only thing I'll draw out is the chalk around your corpse. Time.
Alright, let's go. Final round of Bizzo. You got it back.
Yo, I've noticed you treat Soul like the piper to follow. I was like, wow, this one astounds me. How this bitch rebranded the Scots image like Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Nah, not really though, bro sloppy. I don't see the resemblance. But even if you were a clone copy, we both know that you won't stop me. There's only one comparison you have with a Soul, bro. You're a nobody. I love how he plays to the crowd though, pretends that he's aggressive. That's why I don't like these guys. To get too close, you'll see me defensive. Before he's even asked what's happening, he'll be in a chokehold in 2 ticks till he turns blue. You think then he'll read the message? I mean, this is Sless, soon to be one of Battle Rap's forgotten missing men, sent back to Edinburgh with his tail between his little legs, and if he steps, it's a different death with big regret. I'm Nate Dogg with the hands, bro. You won't catch a hook like this again. This the kind of guy. This the kind of guy to incite violence. You'd really do nothing, you melt. Saying that you'd gouge Vizzy's eyes out. Well, try that with me, would fuck with your health. I'll grab the tool and in a rapid move stab and hand your eyes right back to you, just so you can take a long, hard look at yourself. I bet he thought he had this draw within reach like an office desk. Claims he's the one to beat it, his promised best, but he's off his head. Trust me, I'm teaching Sless, I'm leagues ahead if he's Scottish Prem, so fuck your freedom. I'm here to take your life only when this job gets conquered. Ironic you've got a clean record here, cause you ain't got one death on you. And between the two of you, it's clear to see that only Ross went stronger. So how can I believe there's a beast in this Scot when you're a lot less monster? I mean, it's password protection when he's flowing at his best, cause there's no signs within you that shows any strength. But fuck it though, I couldn't rap today thinking that he couldn't blow, cause he used to be a drummer, so must have seen himself as a bit of an animal. Well, that's why I had to let every flaw in this Muppet show. So try and live up to your name, and I'll leave a wreckage just for messing with me. Tell his doctor fast, I'm leaving more debris than a helicopter crash if I go Slester City. We're all here to see you lose today. This is a crude intervention. After defeat here, it'll be too hard to become a name that they choose to mention. You might not even battle again. When you see the level you need to reach is in a new dimension. It's like FIFA online. Once this gets to 3-0, we might see him lose the connection. Sless, finally your time's come to the end in this squad. Now I guess you'll know what it's like to be independent for once, you prick.
Let's go, make some noise.
I'm going to keep it short and simple. Bizzo 3-0. We took every round first because he was better. Second, because me and Bobby Rex got disqualified and someone jumped in our round, and Briggsy Defo jumped in Slester's round with a one-word ad-lib, so he disqualified for that round, so that's 2-0 Bizzo, and Bizzo took the third. Peace.
Yo, shout y'all out, showing up to the showdown and all that. Academy, watch Bizzo versus Slester. Good battle. Slester, a lot of potential, decent structure and all that. But Bizzo, you can tell that he's been around for a while. Consistent, heavy punchlines. You seeing the footage, I was reacting crazy. I couldn't give it anything else other than a 3-0 to Bizzo. So shout out to both battlers. boom. But yeah, man, Bizzo killed it. Premier Battles that close.
Mike, Red Lion, Talk About It Network, Academy quarterfinals. We're up now, Slester versus Bizzo. More competitive. I think Slester had a better projection of his material, but I think Bizzo had the better material in the first 2 rounds, especially. I think Slester's third, it was his best and probably edged it that round to him, but 2-1 Bizzo. Nice one.